And one of the things I was doing when I was going through my psychosis was like basically thinking I was Jesus incarnated and I was a prophet and I'm like coming on the internet being like, God said or God wants you to know. And here's the thing, I understand why people do that because a lot of times I be getting like downloads or like intuitive hits, epiphanies and stuff like that. And it just feels to me like the message, the knowledge is so bigger than me and my brain can't comprehend it. That's why sometimes I be getting like I be thinking a lot of things and it's so hard for me to say it verbally. But I understand when people go through like religious psychosis or they're going through something and they say like God says, because it's hard. It's like it's a humbling experience and it's like this can't be just me, right? Because even though I'm not really fucking with Christianity and religion anymore, I still do believe in God. Like I be thinking God. I still be thinking God because I can't believe I'd be naive to think that I'm so powerful. I have so much power because bitch tsunamis, earthquakes, like good luck trying to protect yourself from that, especially if it's like something powerful, like a powerful shit. When you go to like a national park and you go to the Yosemite and you see all these big trees and big rocks, it really puts into perspective how little power that you do have. Like, yes, we're humans and we do have power and we do have the ability to create the world and the life that we want. But when you go to a place like that, you just see how much power you don't actually have. So when I have this feeling and I have things that I want to share, and a lot of the times it's pertaining to me, but I also feel like I want other people to get this knowledge, it's hard because it's like you don't want to say God because that turns people off. But when you're in that mindset, in that psychosis phase, you can't help but to like say that. You can't help but to express it that way because it's like, oh no, this is just way beyond me. Like this knowledge, it can't be from me. So like, yes, you can say it's my higher self, but I would consider my higher self like God. I would consider my higher self the universe, because I don't have another word. Like, yes, I can give it a name. I could be like, oh, your name is Kiara, right? Like I give my what's it called? My alter ego a name. Like I have an alter ego named Kevin, and me and Kevin used to get like Kevin would come out when I'm fucked up and I would be a whole new person. I'd be belligerently drunk and I'd wake up the next day and like people are telling me everything that I did. I'm seeing all the videos because I wasn't the same person. So I came up with the name Kevin. And like you can name your higher self. You can name God because at the end of the day, God in the Bible, I don't really know the Bible. Like I know a little bit, and that's why it's so hard to deconstruct religion because you have all these Bible quotes that are instilled in your mind. But it's also not that bad because the Bible quotes that I remember and I quote often to myself are the things that I want to hear. Because I think if you go to the Bible looking for a certain thing, you're going to find it. If you're going to the Bible to read about like hell and damnation and negative stuff, I think that's what you're going to see. But if you carefully go through the Bible and you're like looking for quotes about love and forgiveness and caring and sharing and stuff like that, I think you're gonna find that. So for me, I think like God said, oh, I'm the devil, I'm all of it. Like God created everything. So God, people have called the things that like would be considered bad, oh, the devil is really, but it's like, no, like God is everything, So like you're saying, oh, the devil is the reason why I had this crash, but it's like, what about if it's just God and God is just trying to make you be stronger and like help you in another way? Like maybe you got into an accident because this car, because something better is coming, like we often say, oh, it's the devil, but then like something greater comes. So is it really the devil? I mean, that's another thing about life. It's like perspectives, right? Because you can sit there and be like, oh yeah, the devil is the reason why I got in this car accident, but God is the reason why I got a new car. Or you can say like, God put me in this accident so I can get a new car because God has something better for me. And I know it's hard because like you're trying to deconstruct and everything. And there's some people who be like, oh, like if God is this and God is that, why are people suffering? And I don't have the answers to that, unfortunately. I'm still trying to figure that shit out myself. But for the most part, I can't help, especially when you come through a psychosis and you come out of that, your life and your heart becomes a lot softer. Like when you've gone through a manic episode, you get a lot of empathy for people who you see going through. Like there's this boy that I know from like junior high in Texas, and like I feel like he's going through psychosis because the things that he's tweeting and the things that he's saying, it's giving a little bit of psychosis. And I do want to reach out and be like, hey, like if you ever need someone to talk to, but I'm just not there yet because bitch, sometimes I still be feeling like I'm going through, So even though sometimes I feel like I'm better, a part of me is like, oh, sometimes I think I still have that little lingering thing, but I try my best to like keep it under wraps. And like if I'm coming and I'm saying something online, I try to really think about like what I'm saying and how I'm saying saying it and the energy that I'm using to say it, because I don't want to come off crazy or like, you know, I don't want too much energy. So I try to be very cautious. But yeah, like I see people and I can't help but to have empathy for it. And that's why when I see someone going through it, I try not to jump on the hate train. I might make I might make a video about it, but it's not me bashing. It's just like, damn, I kind of see it. And so you gain a lot of empathy for people who you see going through a psychosis, or you see having a hard time. So when I see people and they're so Jesus this, Jesus that, I'm like, oh man, like I totally see it. And you can't help to have a lot of understanding, especially when you know how you are behaving in your manic episode, bitch. I made videos about it before. But like, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're doing. And you have to have a lot of grace, and you have to have understanding. And I don't have a lot of friends from that time in my life where it's like, oh, you really stuck with me through it. So if you know someone who's going through a psychosis or going through a hard time, I just want you to give them as much grace. And like, I don't want you to stay in it if it's too hard for you, or if you feel like this is not something you can handle. Like, take a step back and get yourself together and just pray and have a positive mindset, and just know that they're going to be, or just try to believe that they're going to be okay. And when time calms down and you know that person is a little more calm, don't be afraid to reach out to them, because that's all I've ever wanted. We were like people in my life to like reach out and be like, hey, so I know you went through this thing. What happened? Like, because to me now it starts to feel like you just always thought that I was this like crazy, shitty person. And that's not the case, because there was a time where you loved me and like you went to hang out with me, you thought I was this great person. So why is it now that when time was hard for me and shit hit the fan, you just went ghost? I feel like this is when you're supposed to show me the love that you have. And sometimes I feel like I'm even being selfish for saying that, but I always say, like, I think if it was roles were reversed, I don't think I would have left things like that. I don't want to get too deep into it, because it's something that I try not to talk about, but at the same time I feel like I want to talk about it because these are my feelings, and sometimes I try to like shy away from it because it sounds off like I'm coming off as a victim, and I don't want to be the victim. But if it's in my heart to talk about it, I don't want to shy away from talking about it, because that's how you get over things sometimes. I know they say like if you keep talking about it, then you're continuing to live with it, but maybe hopefully one day I'll talk about it so much that I just won't give a fucking remember. Like, whatever, it's been 5 years, bitch, and I'm still thinking about the shit that I did 5 years ago when I was going through my psychosis. I'm still regretting things. I'm still living in embarrassment. I don't want to admit it, because I feel like it lets those people in my life know that, damn, he's still stuck on that, you know? Like, it feels like hell sometimes, especially when you come out of it. It's like, fuck, like I fucked up so bad, like now I'm in hell and I'm living from my experiences when I was manic. But it's like, how can that be when like I wasn't even myself, you know? Like maybe that was me, but that was like a low version of me. So it sucks to think that I would be stuck in a hellish realm or a hellish mindset from things that I did when I wasn't myself. And I don't want to believe that God would do that, especially like trying to understand who God is and like having an idea of who I am. It's like, no, I don't want to believe that God is not that person or not that thing, because I don't really want to sit there and say God is a thing. I do be thinking God is a woman. I do believe God, if God was anything, God would want to be a woman, because why would you not want to be a woman? Why would you not want to be a black woman? So for me, I'm always going to think of God as like an African black woman. That's just me. But yeah, it's just, I don't know. I feel like I've rambled so much, but what was the whole point of this video? Yeah, I understand why people can come online sometimes and be like, oh, I have a message from God. Some of them, it's like, okay, bitch, like, oh, this is giving a little scammy. This is giving a little like weird, but I still have to try my hardest not to sit there and like judge and point the finger. Not judging is really fucking hard, bitch. Not judging is really fucking hard, but I be trying. I be getting sucked in, but I be trying. But yeah, that's just the whole point. It's just like, let's just try to give people grace. And that's also hard, because sometimes you be giving people grace and then they be playing in your face again. So I don't know, just try your best. Just try your best. Do what you can. Try your best. It's fine. We're all trying our best, you know? So yeah, that's it. That's all.